the arms forward and stretch forward. Now let's rotate our wrists. So we're going to rotate so that the fingers are going in an outward direction. So rotate your wrist. You're rotating from the wrist. And we pause. Let's bring those fingers in toward the midline of the body. Wonderful. So now we pause and let's flex the fingers so the fingers are coming toward the body, and then let's point down. So we're going to flex and point down. And we flex and we point down. And we're going to flex, point down. One more. Flex and we point down. And then we're going to open and close our fingers. So we just want to make sure that those joints, the joints of the fingers, that they're getting that synovial fluid. So it's 1 and 2. And then we're just going to shake it out. So you just shake out those fingers, shake out the wrist a little bit, shake out the arms a little bit. And the same thing we did with the arms and the wrist and the fingers, we're going to do now with the lower part of the body. So get positioned in your chair where you feel safe, and let's lift both our feet off of the floor if possible, and our abs are still engaged. And we want to do the same thing with the ankles that we did with our wrists. So let's rotate the ankles so that the toes are going in an outward position. Moving those ankles, getting that synovial fluid to flow. And then let's pause and bring the toes in toward the midline of the body. And then we'll pause again, and those toes come toward the body, and then we'll point away from the body. We'll flex and we'll point, and we'll flex and point. And we'll do 4 more sets. That's 1 set, a flex and a point, that's 2, a flex and a point, that's 3, and a flex and a point, that's 4. And we'll lower the feet, and we will gently tap our feet. This helps with the circulation of our blood. So just gently tap your feet, and maybe wiggle your toes a bit, the same way we wiggled the fingers. Let's wiggle those toes. Try to get each toe to move and get that synovial fluid in the toe joints. Wonderful. And we tap a little bit more. Wonderful. Now I'm going to slide forward on my chair a bit. You might want to do the same thing because we're going to just be lifting one leg at a time. So I'm going to leave my left foot on the floor and bring my right foot up. And you might want to help. If you'd like to hold underneath your knee, that's fine. If you want to just hold the sides of the chair, that's up to you. If you want to just give it even, but you don't have to lift that high. Engage your abdominal muscles, make sure that they're working for you, and just have that leg lifted. And then you feel it here in your hamstrings and your glutes, and then you lower. So that's the right side, and you might want to tap out a bit. Always move a little bit, help with the flow of the fluids of the body. And then we'll go to the left side. So the right foot will remain on the floor this time. Left foot comes up. If you want to give it a little bit of assistance, bringing that leg up a bit, feel the abdominal muscles working for you. And hold it here, stretching and lifting. And we'll bend the knee as we lower. And we can move again on the left side. And let's do the same thing on the right again. So we'll bring the right foot off the floor, bring that leg up, assist if that's comfortable for you. Make sure these abdominals are engaged so we can strengthen the core, and then we'll lower. And we take our time. And let's do go to the left side, please, same thing. And then we lower. And we'll move a bit here. Okay, so let's go back up to the upper part of the body. Give the lower part of the body a little bit of a rest. And we're going to do a little bit for the biceps and the triceps. So I'll ask you to bring your arms up again this time. Lift up, please. And then imagine that you're pulling down. So you'll make a very soft fist and pull the arms down, and then open and imagine that you're pressing up toward the ceiling. And then you pull down using those biceps and those triceps, and then you press up, still using the biceps and the triceps, pull down, and we press up. And again, if you prefer to go a little faster, that's okay. You don't want to go too fast though, because we're using our own body as resistance. Since we're not using weights, our own bodies have become the resistance that we need to strengthen these muscles. One more time down, and we're going to hold it. And now I'll ask you to place your fingers either behind your head or behind your ears. Your elbows are out to the side, abdominals are still engaged, chest is open, and you're just going to rotate your spine to your left. Your left, rotate, and back to center. Your right, rotate, and back to center. Your left, rotate, back to center. Your right, back to center. Rotate left, back to center. One more time, right, back to center. And last time, left, and you're back to center. Wonderful. So the arms come down, and we move those shoulders again, move those arms, tap the feet, move the legs. Everything's flowing well. Move the spine a little bit. Okay. Now, I don't know if you're used to doing the Pilates hundreds. In traditional Pilates, there's something known as the Pilates hundreds. And I know that sounds like a lot. So generally what I do, if you're not used to it, and I don't know if you've been doing it in your other classes, so just do as many as you can. If you need to take a break, please take a break. I'm going to break the 100 into 25s, and we'll take a break between each. Allow me to demonstrate if you've never done the Pilates hundreds. And what it is we lift both our feet off the floor. And I'm just going to bring my feet together. So both feet are lifted off the floor if that's comfortable for you. If not, keep the feet on the floor and you can just use your arms. And then our arms are at our sides. And what we do is we press back using the biceps and the triceps for 25. Keep the abdominals nice and tight. Use your arms. And this is 25. So we can take a rest, lower the feet, relax the arms, come back into alignment. If you need water, please make sure that you get plenty of water. Ready? Let's take both feet up again. The arms are at our sides, and let's go for 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, your own pace. 12, 19, 20, and that's 25. And we lower the feet, we relax the arms. Again, if I'm moving my arms too fast, please slow down. So we're at 50 now, and we're halfway there. Ready? Both feet come up off the floor again. Arms at our sides, palms are facing the back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 19, 20. And that's 25. Wonderful. Feet come down. So that's 75 already. We're doing really well. Breathe in and out. Take a few moments, few breaths. Ready? Both feet come back up off the floor. You'll feel your quadriceps have engaged, your hamstrings, lower body muscles, arms at your sides. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that's 25. So that was 100. So that's the Pilates hundreds modified for chair Pilates. Please tap your feet a bit, move your arms. Getting everything in the body. We're waking up those muscles that maybe haven't been addressed yet today. So we want to address those muscles that just need to wake up, get the body energized, get everything flowing well. Want our blood to flow well. We know that the blood, as it flows through the body, and it takes about a minute or so for the blood to circulate through the body, we know that it pools at the feet and then it works its way back up. So what we want to do is just make sure that as we're tapping helps with the circulation. And we want to get that oxygen in. As we're breathing deeply, that'll oxygenate the blood. So let's come forward again. And you may not be able to see my feet right here, but what we're going to do is we're just going to lift our heels, both heels, off the floor. So just lift your heels off the floor, and now let's lift our toes off the floor. So we're just going to rock the feet so that we're lifting the heels and then the toes. So heels lift off the floor, both heels at the same time. Back down on your heels, then lift your toes, and then your heels and your toes and heels. We're lifting the toes now. Let's do 2 more sets. That's 1. And the last set, toes are off the floor, and then we lower those toes.